say adios to Acapulco and head my ass right back down towards Mexico City. I've got a volcano with my name on it, so let's enjoy the ride there and see what happens. As I said, it is time to leave Acapulco once again, and rather than using the Diamante toll road, which is easy but a little bit expensive, I'm going to take the rural route here, or the urban route. Have a look at the other part of Acapulco that not a lot of people see. Definitely looks like the real side of town, not the tourist crap. Not that tourist stuff isn't nice to see, but there's, you know, it's just something fake about it. The mechanics district. I love how that's a thing here in Mexico. Like, don't build your business in convenient locations near your customers. Have a district and have all of the tire shops in one place. Have all of the barber shops in one place. It's strange to me that people do that. The Oxos even, like in Bonefil where I was staying near the orphanage, they have 3 Oxos in that one little area. Like, what for? I guess I should talk about that. One of the latest videos that I'd put out, we talked about a gardening project here in Acapulco, and my friend Brent, he was inspired by the orphanage and wanted to come up with a way to have better food for the kids there, because what they have is just sugar and carbohydrates and preservative stuff that people give them to eat, and it's not the healthiest food, and they're always sick or something like that. They're not always sick. A couple of them are, well, the lady that cooks the food there is, prone to diabetes and stuff, so, and she's eating what they're eating, so I'm sure it's going to transfer over to the kids at some point. Anyway, he wants to have healthy food for them, so he came up with this gardening idea, and he built a hydroponic thing, but it was leaking. He's not the best at construction or design, so I came and we watched some of his videos, and I seen some of the designs, and so I copied one of the designs that he showed me in a video, and we came up with a hydroponic system that will grow 100 heads of lettuce or whatever plant it is that we grow in there, whether it's lettuce, spinach, whatever. And this is in 1 square meter. So in 1 square meter of space, we can grow 100 heads. And I get to work with this conference every February that raises money for this orphanage. So in addition to what we're already raising for the orphanage, we're going to try to get some sponsors to fund more of these units and try to create a curriculum so that these kids can actually operate these hydroponic systems and reap the benefits. If they grow excess of food of what they need, that could be sold to local high-end restaurants who might want organic hydroponic lettuce for their restaurants. So that's the goal. It's looking pretty good. Like I said, our first prototype was built, and it is 100 units, well, 100 slots to grow in, and we can build these rather inexpensively. Um, there is a little maintenance and stuff that has to go along with it. So then we were thinking about, all right, well, what is going to make these kids even want to do this? And so we're going to be reaching out to some of the universities. A lot of the kids that do come there are, they're from the mountains. When they arrive, they don't speak Spanish. They speak some of the native dialects, and they get chances at scholarships. Some of the kids that do well in school end up getting, scholarships to universities in Mexico City and other areas. So if we can come up with an agricultural curriculum, then we could reach out to these colleges and ask them, hey, do you have scholarships for this or that? And that could be an incentive to actually get the kids involved in wanting to do this. I would say that's Mexico. The sign is hidden in the trees. And coming up to the very first highway robber. Like some motorcycle travelers over there. That's cool. Oh, the first highway robbery is 69 pesos. So I ended up getting off of the toll road, and now I'm running this back road, which I've actually been on this road a few times when I take shortcuts. They're not really shortcuts, but they are away from the nightmare of driving in Mexico City, which when you're trying to navigate what turn to take from the highways in Mexico City, it's pretty frustrating, especially the times that I've done it. It's been driving a big RV, whether it was a Class A or a Class C, or pulling a trailer or whatever. Missing a turn in a bus is a little different than missing a turn in a car. So, because you never know where you're going to end up. But anyway. This is going to be more scenic, more beautiful, so I'm looking forward to this. Yeah, I'm on my way to the volcano at Toluca. It looks like I've put into the map for a trailhead, but I noticed that there was what they're calling a campamento which means campground. So hopefully I will be able to make it to that campamento with the motorcycle and not have to, pack my stuff up the mountain or whatever. What the heck? An airplane? This is weird. Okay. you know, the things you see. It's kind of a nice area, really. Like, wow. It's really cool. You can't see it, I'm sure, with the speed I'm going in the camera, but the grout lines in the rock here are actually carefully placed pebbles in there. So it's a really neat way of doing that. A lot of times you'll see black rocks like that, though, but not covering the entire joint. It's like they'll put one every inch or so, so it's kind of like a bead. But these here are like very just carefully placed so that they fill the entire grout joint. I've never really seen anything. Wow. There was a turnoff back there that said grutas, Grutas, which is like caverns. So maybe I should have stopped and took a look. This is just a really beautiful area. Wow. I've gotten off the toll road. It was a way back, and it's way back over there. Anyway, this little village down here, and it's on the way, and it looks like I've got 18 kilometers to go and 53 minutes to get there. So it must be some, I don't know, windy, treacherous road. I'm not completely positive. So soon we'll find out here. This is well, aside from this beautiful pile of trash here, this is a pretty interesting area. It's beautiful. There's a lot of farm. As you can see, there's greens growing everywhere. They're farming the land. There's sugar cane back over there. Anyway, right off the bat, it goes back to dirt road. I should probably just go get a hotel and do some recon. I have, go on YouTube or something and find someone else that's done this and figure out if I'm even going in the right direction. From what I've seen on the map, it kind of marks it as a trailhead, and then it showed Campamento, which I'm assuming that I probably have to walk to that. Mm-mm. 18 kilometers of this late in the day? Yeah. We'll see how far I get. I may rethink this, but this is exactly what happened to me when I went to Popocatépetl. I ended up on a dirt road just before nightfall, and that caused me to drive kind of late into the night on the dirt road. Not super late, but late enough I couldn't see. Although I think it was the night of a super moon or the eclipse or whatever it was. So it was actually very easy to see due to the moon. Alright, so I've been going quite a ways. Looks like I've got a little over 5 kilometers to go on this sketchy road. It's not too bad. There are a few sand spots, but not too bad. A lot of these mud ruts like this, but
well, I just dropped the bike. Picked it back up, but it was right there with this incline down, so I could not pick it up. I had to unload all of my baggage and then spin the bike a little and then use the motor to lift it up. But wow, but a bicyclist came cruising by me, and I'm sitting here struggling trying to pull the bike up. In fact, guy didn't even stop and help, didn't say, do you need help or nothing, just ignored me. I'm almost to my destination, and then I got to turn around and go back. Well, one of those days. But at least I was able to get it back up. And time to find my way back. I found the mark I was after, and what I've noticed now that I'm up here is that the road keeps going, and it looks like the road actually goes to the very top of the volcano. I'm assuming this is the Toluca Volcano. I'll find out tomorrow. I'm going to go get a room and hang out and get some rest and come and check this out tomorrow. But if I could just drive up there, that's pretty cool. But I did notice there was some pretty good views on the way back down there. You can see quite a ways, so I'm definitely high up. But I got to get myself down there before, before the sun goes down, because I have no map. So I don't know if I'm gonna be able to. Here we go again. Dropped it a second time. This soft sand got me. Went from soft sand into some mud, and it just, oops. Well, glad I invested in the crash bars. Night in another strange town. This town has 4 names, and I can't remember them all. And the church is blasting music, but this is pretty cool. Watch here. So the fire right there, all of the vendors who are cooking the food are actually using the coals from one fire. It's like, it's a community fire that everyone's sharing. Thought that was interesting. The food's good too, and some of the local traditional drinks aren't bad either. Well, so today I finish my trek up to the Toluca Nevado Volcano, which is, let me see, I'll turn this around. Ooh, right up there in those clouds. Probably can't really see it. Anyway, so I went yesterday, and my bike was super heavy with all my gear on it and everything, which I never should have done. Anyway, so I made it almost to the top, and I had to turn around because it was getting dark and wasn't able to see my way back and everything. But I actually fell twice, so it didn't hurt anything. Once was because of the sand, and then another one was because of a rut, but no big deal. I'm gonna head back up there right now and not take any of that heavy gear with me, so it should be a much better deal. See you at the time I dumped it. So I got trapped in this deep rut, and I was on this side over here, so there's no way out, and I'm trying to walk my motorcycle back, and my foot slips in there. So I wasn't actually riding it when I dropped it. I was kind of trying to walk it back so I could get back out of here. Well. It bees that way sometimes. And the problem I'm having right now is I have no leverage to get this thing back up. So I'm going to have to use my brain. So I outsmarted the motorcycle, and I got it out of that ditch. So what I had to do So it had literally fallen into the ditch. So I was, it's right up there. Anyway, I piled a bunch of rocks and raised the elevation of the ditch so that I could get the leverage. And I was able to get it back up. So work smarter, not harder. So I ended up on a way better road. I mean, it's not a great road, but at least there's not a canyon in the middle of it that's going to cause me to have an accident. So this is what the road is like now. And I can tell that it links up ahead to where I was yesterday. And there's the peak up there. So there's radio antennas up there, and I know the road goes all the way up. I can actually see a road going around, and according to the map, I can drive all the way there. I looked on YouTube, and everybody goes the other way. Everybody goes like the paved route or something. I don't know. Maybe they're afraid to go this way. I'm not sure why, but I assume I can get up there.
Well,
let's find out.
So this is the spot about to where I made it last night, so I'm gonna go ahead and start filming again. So I got plenty up to here till last night, but you can see, well, you can't see anything because the clouds are in the way. But we're pretty high up here. Hey, my mirror's kind of jacked. All right. Anyway, onward. Yeah, definitely. This road was so much easier for me without all the baggage, you know. This thing is so top heavy when I'm fully loaded. And then earlier when I dropped the bike, of course, that had nothing to do with riding, because I was actually walking backwards with the bike to get it away from a huge ditch that was unpassable. And my foot slipped into the ditch and the bike came over with me. So got to pat myself on the back for being genius enough to build a wall. I built that wall to stand upon and you know, push forward. Yeah, sometimes you can't trust Google Maps. It was sending me up a steep road that was questionable. So I went with the path more traveled, and I think I'm going to be better off. Yeah, I'm back on track now. Getting a little chilly. I'm gonna have to put my other coat on. Whew. Ooh. Kilometers? Okay, that's not bad. above the tree line. Woohoo! All right, let's see. Huh? Wow, what a view. Whoops. Okay. Unstuck, I think. Okay. Well, this is sandy loam, and I keep just digging in.
For the antenna tower, and as you can see behind me, there's police, so you can't make it all the way. You have to go the tourist route and walk from the parking lot. Oh well. It's starting to rain too, so I gotta get the hell out of here quick.
All right, so things changed up a little bit. I was attempting to do that volcano, and yeah, it didn't go so great. It rained again for another day, so 3 days in a row I worked on going to the top of that volcano. The first day I was late, and the second day I got up there and the police had it blocked off, and then I could have walked the rest of the way, but it started raining. So third day was yesterday morning, and I went all around. I was looking for parts for my motorcycle in Toluca, and I came to 3 dead ends. Everywhere they said there was a Yamaha shop, it was just an empty building. So I got frustrated with that. I tried to go back to the volcano. Like I said, it started raining again, so I just wanted to get the hell out of there. And so I did. And now here I am, 4:30, well, 4 a.m., and I am driving down the 200 on the Michoacan coast, going to one of the more magical places that I've been to in Mexico on the coast, which is Arenas Blancas, a kind of a turtle sanctuary. I don't know if you would call it a sanctuary, but it is a place where the turtles flock to. It's very beautiful, and I will get some footage of that today. But on the way from Toluca, actually, so, you know, I left my hotel at 10 a.m., been driving all night. You know, I drove all day, made it to Morelia and visited some friends. I hung out there for maybe 2 hours, had some ice cream, and just chatted it up with my friends. And then I got back on the road, and I've been driving all night to here in Michoacan. So I'm about halfway between Manzanillo and Zihuatanejo on this coast. I think one of the more notable places that's next to where I'm going is Pichilinguillo, which is basically that beach. Anyway, so most of this drive you're missing. During the daytime, this is an absolutely beautiful drive, and from here, when I leave Arenas Blancas in a couple of days, I have an appointment in Puerto Vallarta at a conference I have to go to, and I will leave during the daytime and film that just beautiful drive down the coast. It's, another windy, just windy Mexican road, but along the coastline. So